Welcome, Taurus Gemini, to your Astrology reading for April. Stop. Okay, best messages coming out. This is where we take astrology with tarot, make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So let's see what's going on. Best house coming out, please. We have the moon coming out. Ooh. With some Virgo energy in the 3rd house. So learning something. Okay. So let's see what we're learning. The moon, your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. Okay, doing it Virgo style. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. Love it. Going straight into that 3rd house of learning something. Your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. Had a few people getting this card. Very nice. A lot of people learning things. Okay, let's see what is going on. Straight into this, going straight into the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. The moon is also something that can also keep things hidden from view, right? So using your subconscious. So you might not be consciously aware either of what's going on. So, it, until that 3rd house hits. So it could be something that's going to, it's kind of interesting. It feels like it's something that might be hidden from view until all of a sudden it's like, boom. Then here it is. Probably be something a little secretive. Got learning something, building something. Learning something, building something. Geez, you think that's what we're... Okay, got 3 of Pentacles coming out. Let's put it all together here. Learning something. Ooh. Frustration, delay, something's holding off. You might be waiting for some kind of message or some kind of news to come through or something to actually start moving it. Some kind of action, wanting something to move. But it feels like you had the wishful thinking that this would move, that you would have this teamwork, this collaboration. It was something that had to do with the goals. You wanted something, but you're realizing and you're learning that this is on a slowdown. You might feel this is a missed opportunity or there's just the frustration of it holding off. It does feel like there was some kind of wishful thinking of you wanting this opportunity to come through and not seeing it happen. And it feels like you've worked really, really hard for this to happen. And now you're trying to search for the purpose. Oh my gosh, I see exactly where this is going. It's almost like my dream is not coming in. I put in all this hard work and I'm having lack of faith within the situation. Feeling a lot of dissatisfaction right now, but it feels like it's hidden. It isn't really messing with your emotions though right now as well. Right, because you really wanted this to take action. You really wanted this to go the way you want it to go, and you're learning that it's definitely not moving and going the way you wanted it to go. So it could be feeling very overwhelmed and very exhausted about this situation. Okay, so you might be even feeling a little discouraged when it comes to this way. It almost feels like I put in a lot of hard work for this situation, right? And I really wanted to have this work out the way I wanted it to, but it's not coming in. You may even... Okay, so let's see what's going on in the mid-month. A lot of manipulation when it comes to your manifestation. So whatever it was that you were planning on manifesting, it looks like there was a lot of self-sabotage or untapped talents or something, or it wasn't manifested properly. Playing it too small when it came to the manifestation, or didn't do it right. Could have been a lot of stuck in the past though as well. If you're stuck in the past when you're manifesting, it's not going to work, right? Because you're trying to bring in something from the past, and it doesn't, whatever's going on, there wasn't enough action, it didn't work. So it says there isn't enough here. So there was a lot of a lot of risk taking, but also a lot of holding back when it came to things. Could have even been too much hesitation and indecision when it came to the action of what it is you're trying to plan and do over here when it comes to that. Could also be dealing with someone who is a narcissist, you know, so you might have thought, you know what, we're going to fix this relationship and I really wanted this to come together, but if they're a narcissist, it's not going to work, right? Because they're not going to really want to fix anything. There's too much lack of commitment over here. So there is some worry and defeat when it comes to this situation, right, that this is not going to work. So just watch your raw emotions, because there is a bit of a struggle, but it also looks like you're dealing with somebody who's a narcissist or a very prideful person who doesn't really want to work on the terms that you're working on. So if you're really waiting for this person to come through or work on fixing this stuff with them, it looks like it's one way or the highway, their way or the highway type of situation. It's definitely a one-sided road. Okay, and that's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn that, you know what, it's not going to work because, you know what, they only see it the way they want to see things, right? And so it's not. But there is a beautiful blessing coming in for you that I do see with the sun over here. There is some warmth, some celebration getting out there with your family and your friends when it comes to having a rebirth. There's a lot of vitality, a lot of happiness, but you also have this misdirected activity that's going on where you do find that this person over here might have a little bit of lack of motivation when it comes to the situation. But you also might be trying to get rid of some optimism as well when it came to this situation you were working so hard on that you realize is not coming into play. You thought that it should be coming in, you're waiting for this message to come in, and you might just be trying to get out there, do other things, and refocus your energy, right? So you're not stuck in the Three of Swords. You do have the King of Cups over here, so finding that emotional balance. You might even have this beautiful Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio coming towards you as a supportive leader. I do have Pisces now twice, so definitely feeling this this delay. And it could be a Pisces that you're, you know, was having a delay on, who maybe actually, yeah, who you feel is still stalling within this situation. So trying not to think about them as much as possible, or whatever the situation was that definitely did not come in when you thought it was going to. Spirit wants you to understand that it can't get any worse than this situation. This is definitely a learning lesson when it comes to this, and it had an inevitable end. So whatever you were trying to fix or trying to bring in, whatever you were trying your hardest to do, it was a learning lesson that was a part of an ending. So it was something you need to release instead of, it's almost saying too that there was a lot of things over here that you need to, that maybe you should have released this instead of fixing it. It was the learning lesson of releasing, and instead of releasing, you tried to fix the situation when it was actually something that you were supposed to withdraw from. So it was kind of a misunderstanding on your side because of the love or whatever, the passion that you had about the situation. But it is saying that it was something that you needed to disconnect from. And your intuition actually at one point told you that you were supposed to disconnect from this. But for many of you, you continued on this path to try to fix something that was broken, or that you really, truly, really wanted, and which was never, it was inevitable to not work. Right, but you were very faithful to doing so. Okay, but you do have the Chariot coming in, which is showing that willpower and that courage. But this is going to redirect you into a different direction within your life, and you're going to notice that you still will be rewarded for this situation since you did put in so much hard work. It's just going to be a little bit different. You might even have this charming, sexy, unpredictable person coming towards you. Wow. So if you were trying to fix it with somebody else, universe said, nope, that was never meant to be. That was a karmic lesson. I don't want you with that person. I'm going to bring this person in for you instead. This is your new soul contract. This is your new place you need to be. So for a lot of you, that's exactly what it is. If you're trying to fix a job, fix a project, do something, it was never meant to be. Sorry, that's what it says. Don't kill the reader. I'm doing my job. Okay. That's exactly what it said. Okay. And now you're going to be led into a different direction. Okay, towards this other direction, whether it's a job, like I said, job, love, whatever. Okay, so it's not that you, yes, it's still a gift. So it's not that you're not going to get a reward. It's just that the reward that you're looking for is not coming through because it was never meant to, it says it's never meant to be. And yes, it's going to feel very unfair and it's going to confuse the shit out of you. But it also says Page of Wands. There's information, explorations of things that are limitless potential for you. But this is not something that was good for you. This is something that was from the past that you've been holding on to, that, you know what, that you were holding on to that was not good for you. It was unconventional. It was against the grain. It was against your doors, your opportunities, things that were meant for you. Those things were dead. They were gone. So if you're trying to fix a relationship that you know was inevitable, that you weren't supposed to be fixing, right? Spirit says that's because that soul contract is over, dead. That door is closed. You need a new door. Here's your new door. So Spirit is giving you a new door, and it's called the Knight of Wands with what? The Chariot. Plain and simple, right? So don't get, don't get hung up in the Four of Cups over here, because the Four of Cups is not going to, it's just holding you back. Don't get stuck on that. Don't get stuck on that because you have the Ace of Cups, see? And here it is. Don't get stuck on these Three of Cups looking over here, okay? Because Spirit's already bringing you in the Ace of Cups, right? So don't get stuck there. There's no reason to. And it's coming in fast, it's coming in furious with the Knight of Swords, with the Knight of Cups. This is going to give you the opportunity to plant the seeds where you need to be planting these seeds and no longer trying to plant seeds that are rotten. Those are dead, dormant seeds. They are not going, they're dead. They're not going to grow, right? So, and this spring comes in with the Wheel of Fortune. So, as it says, you have the Knight of Swords coming in, rushing in fast because he is the Knight of Cups. That's the opportunity. Holding that cup. What is the cup? The Ace of Cups. For what? Planting seeds that are sustainable. Things that are going to actually work. Things that are actually good seeds. Okay? And from your hard work comes the Ace of, or the Wheel of Fortune, which is good luck, good fortune, because now you're opening up a door. Spirit says, I have this new door. That's it. Plain and simple. We always have new doors. There's no such thing as not having a new door. When one soul contract is over, we have a new soul contract. That's it, right? Nine of Pentacles, right? We always have doors that are open. It's just whether or not you see them, take them, things of this nature, but they're always there. So this is something that's going to allow you to understand that you do have a reward coming in. You worked very hard for a situation. Even if the seeds were dead, it doesn't mean that you still don't get, it doesn't mean you don't get rewarded for it. No, if anything, you get tons of rewards. Why? Because you put all the hard work into it. And it's kind of crazy because even if you wouldn't have put in all the hard work, you probably would have been rewarded anyways because you already had a door there anyways. It's just about perceiving it and knowing it and finding it and seeing it. But the moon is hiding things, right? So with that, now you get to be able to see. Okay, beautiful reading. Okay, best message coming out. Take action, improving your health for the abundance. So no matter what, even though the Magician is upside down, it's just saying we're going to take action in a different way. We're going to take action somewhere else. Because we're always going to be manifesting. We're always going to be putting action somewhere. So it says now it's time to put action towards your health. Start making yourself feel better. Even though you're not getting what it is that you thought you wanted, or fixing what it is you thought you were going to be building, doing what you thought you were going to be doing, now you can put all that energy and all that free will into something else. You're going to put it towards the new, right? No need to worry. Don't stop, because look, you're not going to stop, because you're going, like I said, you're going to be putting it into the new direction, the new opportunity of success. No need to worry. Don't stop. Opportunity of success, because that is the new opportunity of success. Spirit says there's always opportunities for success, right? Now you just have to let it go, right? You just have to let it go. That's all. Because it's a big no. But that's okay. You tried your hardest. I mean, that's all we could ever do, is try our hardest. And if it's a big no, then it's a big no. Then we go on to something else. Heartbroken. Three of Swords. It sucks, but then within the next few weeks, you're going to notice things are changing. Choosing this new direction brings in, right, new beautiful things. So you're being directed into a new direction. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.